at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And got his man complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tyron Johnson there on the tackle. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early that he could not secure.
The open scheme going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, rolling to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start the drive here with Gainwell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Courtesy of the effort. Now Charles dealing with a 4th and long. We'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. McManus now for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. So the bouncer is taken inside the 5. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Broncos, 19 right.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Check smash, check smash. Ready.
Hurts. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Flag 18, right here. Flag 60, nothing 19.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. Fights through him. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. A give running right is Gainwell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Let's go.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain. And the Eagles are now set up with a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Touchdown. Miles Sanders. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. The Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running right, this is Gainwell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll send Brown in motion right.
Trap 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Oh, the sneak gets Hurts. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Oh, the sneak gets Hurts. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts going to keep it again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you.
And he's in. Touchdown. Twin taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. A quick throw here out to Brown. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll send Brown in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
18, Pioneer. 16.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Being chased out left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play.
No, do something. Ridiculous. Take him out.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet. Incomplete.
Trying to judge that, though. Maybe they have legs underneath them. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. Came up short. That 4th quarter.
Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 55 yards. And the Broncos strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. From the gun, it's Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Wilson. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Wilson on the keeper, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, work.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He gets him a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On the stick.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Seven Pirates. 18 runners.
He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
He's got it. And he's in for the touchdown. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied at 21. So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy and...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles! Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A gain of 3, second down. Now Wilson. They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Draw play, Edmonds. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Safety back. Games in was covered. Just unable to connect. Some good results and no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes for the line chair. They go backwards there 2 yards. And 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
If they get up to the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
And it's caught. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Trying to find ways to get a lot of people to football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Wilson on the keeper. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Ready?
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. And he got it. The kick is good. It